This is Ben here with Olson's Hi-Fi. I'm here this week with Monitor Audio's Generation 3 Platinum 300. These speakers have some big shoes to fill. The Generation 2 Platinum 300 were reviewed out of this world in their price range. At the time that they sold last, they were around $15,000 retail. And they had reviews like Robert Deutsch and Stereophile. Ended up just buying them and keeping them at home, and those reviews echoed on. These were speakers that were highly thought of. And so can the Generation 3 build upon that and improve? And after spending about a year with these, my answer is yes. They've improved these speakers in just about every way. They're still extremely natural sounding. Monitor Audio has always made speakers that have beautiful finishes. They are fine furniture quality. And the Platinum 300 3rd generation is no different. It follows in that tradition. Our favorite finish is the ebony finish. It is absolutely gorgeous. The other thing we really like about this ebony finish on both the Platinum and of course the Gold, the Generation 7 Gold, is that, as you know, some gloss finishes like gloss black show every scratch possible, and this ebony gloss does not show scratches as much. The fingerprints don't stay as much. It's just a lot easier to upkeep, and it's absolutely beautiful. One of the other changes that we really loved on this was that they improved the feet so that we can actually walk the speaker. Now that's important when you're positioning a speaker, to be able to walk it and move it back, and Monitor Audio did not want the Platinum 2 or Generation 2 Platinum 300s being walked. That was kind of a no-no. These feet are new and improved, stronger, a little wider, and they disperse any vibrations a little more. But most importantly for us at a hi-fi store, it's easier to walk and position, and we're constantly changing out speakers, and so that's an important feature, but also important for just getting these speakers set up optimally. These speakers were redesigned from the ground up. So they have different drivers, different mid-range, and their new MPD tweeter was developed from Monitor Audio's Hyphen, the $80,000 speaker. So this is a really, refined speaker. And so was the Generation 2, but this is really taking it to the next level. The mid-range on these speakers is just buttery smooth. The treble section, the new MPD tweeter, definitely more detailed, still smooth. These speakers are still awfully power hungry. Now they can run off of a tube amp. They're a little more efficient than the previous gen, but they still like to be powered a little bit. You can run these with a larger tube amp, no problem. We found that these sounded really great with Anthem's STR power amp and the Prima Luna Evo 400 preamp. Beautiful sounding. Norah Jones has come away with me. I mean, that is the test of a speaker, right? How it can project a vocal. That song was like having our private performance with Norah Jones in the room with that setup, the Anthem power amp, the STR, and these speakers. It was like the perfect combo. We used the Matrix streamer as the source. What a great combo. On the other end of that, sometimes, these speakers did get a little more forward in the treble. So, of course, I wanted to give Rodrigo y Gabriella's rendition of Echoes a try, because that could be a little bright and uncomfortable on some speakers. And again, these were so smooth and natural, which also brings me to these things they play loud. They can get up to volume. They're extremely dynamic. The bass on these really hits hard. These are great movie speakers, and they're match center channel. The Platinum 250 would be an excellent movie setup with the Platinum 100s in the rear. But we listened to Depeche Mode's Welcome to My World, and we had ceiling tiles here in the store shaking. These speakers really just kick. But if you really want to jam out and play loud, do some heavy metal, these speakers are so smooth they will not fatigue you. You can really listen to Led Zeppelin all day or something a lot heavier. Led Zeppelin is about as hard as I go, but you can listen to something like that all day without getting fatigued. These things are so smooth and so musical. They are even more musical than the previous generation. These speakers are an absolute value, and as of today, they're selling $17,900, basically $18,000. This is really representing a closing of the gap between the upper mid-fi and high-end. These speakers are so refined and so smooth. And there are several companies that are putting out speakers that are in this wheelhouse that are really competitive with ultra high-end. But these are certainly doing a stellar job. If I were to listen to reviews and hear people trying to compare these to upper mid-fi products or products that are half the cost, I would kind of feel like they're lost and lacking perspective. These speakers really deserve to be compared to speakers that are twice as expensive. They really do. They really do perform when they're hooked with the proper electronics. And typically electronics are going to cost, proper electronics will cost about half as much as the speaker. That's a really general rule of thumb, but your electronics package should be about half the cost of the same cost as your speaker. But again, these speakers are amazing. They're smooth, they're dynamic, but don't take my word for it. Come down to Olson's Hi-Fi and hear the Platinum 300 Gen 3 for yourself.